Hey everyone, and welcome back to another year of CapTV. My name is Eli and I'm so excited to host this first show of the school year. To start off tonight's show, we are going to learn what not to do at Capitol. Take a look.
Hey Cap Fam, welcome to today's package. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the things you can and can't say. So, let's get ready to roll. Non-inclusive language.
Abby.
What? What do you want?
Where did Kian go?
She went to the door.
Oh, you can't say that.
I don't care.
She didn't have inclusive language. Bad elevator etiquette. Don't jump on the elevator. Bad cap cupboard etiquette. Always scan the QR code. Bad bathroom etiquette. Always wash your hands when you're in the restroom, no matter what. You don't know what you touched or who you touched. Always remember to make sure you wash 20 seconds to get rid of all the germs. Bad gym etiquette. Always make sure that you're able to lift the weight before you try anything. And that's all that's going to be for today's video. If you need help, just, look for me and I'll tell you what not to do.
Welcome back. Before we move on with the show, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back shortly.
Hey Cap fam, what's good? You know what is good? The Cap Cupboard. Located in the basement of the Student Union, the Cap Cupboard is your top location on campus that provides students in need with any free groceries they could want. Snacks, drinks, meals, toiletries, school supplies, you name it. The Cap Cupboard has what you need. Open Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 or by appointment. Just contact the Office of Student and Community Engagement if you have questions.
Hey, what's up guys? This is John Carey here at WXU Radio, and today I'm playing my radio show where I play my own music on this station, which is really cool. You get to do that. And I get a bunch of feedback from callers coming in, and it really helps me with the overall mastering and other mixing aspects of the original final product. And it's a really great experience to be here, so you guys should really definitely think about joining it because it's awesome.
Did you know that Capitol University is the oldest university in Central Ohio? It almost dates back for almost 200 years. Crazy, right? We'll have more on this Back to School episode after these messages.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. Just remember, please flush.
Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm Nathan Holt. You may have seen me walking around campus cleaning up trash every morning. Capital University has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Littering. Think about this. Many of you littering right now are under 20. Do you realize that at 20 you've only lived 1/4 of your life? Imagine how much trash you'll leave if you keep going like that. Listen, you've got at least 3/4 of your life to go, so don't blow it. Don't litter. If you're littering, stop it. Get some help. Capital wants to give the earth a chance, and so do I.
Capital University is proud to provide a platform to discover upcoming musicians in the Columbus area. Tune in to WXU, an online radio station run by the students, for the students, and more. A nominee for the 2016 Best Student-Run Online-Only Station, WXU showcases great music from all varieties of sources, whether it be a household name or a household production. And make sure to stop by WXU's one and only Radiothon.
Welcome back to the show. Here's me as a student who is very involved in campus activities to talk about organizations you can be a part of. Can you introduce yourself and what year you are at Capital?
Sure. Well, which camera do I fit? I'll go right here. Hi, my name is Parker Wilkinson, and I'm a junior at Capital.
What clubs or organizations are you involved in?
I'm part of a number of things. Currently, I work a lot with the Capital Jazz Outreach Society, where I'm the vice president. I do a lot of event planning and a lot of cooperating and collaborating with other organizations. I'm also part of the improv team. So we meet once a week in Huber Spielman, and we rehearse for about an hour. It's a great way to interact with students that I wouldn't interact with otherwise. I also work with the SCE. The SCE is a wonderful place to find things that are happening on campus.
How did you discover these organizations?
I started by looking at what the people around me were doing. I'm a music student, and I started by looking for organizations that were involved in music, which is how I found Tau Beta Sigma is a group I'm part of. They do service projects related to music, or Capital Jazz Outreach Society. They have jam sessions and social events. And then the improv team, I did that because I was a part of theater in high school, But because of time constraints, I wanted something that took less time out of my week, but I still got to be an actor, and I got to be involved in a creative medium that wasn't music-based.
What drew you to those groups compared to others?
I think the big part is people. We go to school and we join organizations because of the people involved and because of the way people bring us in. So finding an organization where there's people who want you to be there is the quickest way to find a group. And I try to do that now as a person who's on campus as a part of organizations.
What is your favorite part of being a part of your group?
Oh, that's a great question. I love meeting new people. I think it is one of my favorite parts about being on Capitol's campus. I met you earlier today, which was really fun. And I meet people all the time who show up to my events. I try to go to something random at least once a week, and that's a piece of advice I give to other students. A lot of first-year students will get to campus, and they're unsure of how to find people outside of their major, outside of their classes. And I say, hey, go to one thing a week. If you go to at least one event, some kind of place, go to dinner with somebody once a week. But related to student organizations at least, go to one thing a week, whether you were planning on it or not. There's plenty of times when I'll walk into the student union and there'll be something happening in Schneider. Most of the time it's food related, which is a big thing for me. I'll try to see if there's food involved. That's how I get involved with a lot of stuff, if there's a free meal. But yeah, I just show up, and through all that, I get to meet new people, and I think that's wonderful.
What skills or lessons have you learned in your organizations?
I've learned a lot about communication and what it means to communicate with people. One thing that I think is very interesting is the idea that communication is different for everybody. The way you and I are having a conversation is not the same way that we would have a conversation later on today. It's not the same way I'd have a conversation with somebody I was planning an event with, or somebody who's at my event. Communication can be as small as sending consistent emails with people or having a group thread. And that's a thing I've learned of what communication means and the best ways that you too can receive communication. I'm pretty quick at responding to messages, but if you try and find me in the hallway and tell me something, it's going to be gone forever the minute I walk down the hall. So that's something I figured out about myself.
Have you been able to make any new friends in your group?
Oh, most definitely. One of the things I find interesting about being part of a student organization is that if you get to a point where you're on an executive board, you might be paired with people you don't know or that you think you know. But over time, if you're smart about it, you can learn new things about these people. There's a great studio here with his TV show, and it's all kind of come together of people from all over the place. And over time you learn, well, this person's good at this, and maybe this person's strong suit is better suited in another area. And so either I can pick up that slack, or I can find that person who can really execute on event planning or designing programs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so that's something I really have learned from that.
How have you contributed to the campus community throughout your roles in your organization?
I try to get people involved with everything that I do, and the way that I do that is by finding people who I enjoy being around, who may not have a direction yet, or may not be sure as to what they should be doing on a week-to-week basis. I go, hey, I see you. I think you'd be good at this. Come join me. I'm going to a movie that's happening later this week. Would you like to come along with me? I'm going to this event that the Euchre Club is having, where they're having snacks. I'm only going to stop by for a little bit, but do you want to come with me? bringing people along and having them be part of that event with you, or if I'm having an event that I'm hosting, inviting them, saying, I want you here. It would be enjoyable for you to be in this space with me. And that's what I try to do.
What is something that surprised you after joining your organization?
It's a lot of hard work. I like to be involved at a high level with some of the things I do. And sometimes we don't realize how much hard work goes into planning. So now that I've spent the last 2 years planning events and working with people, it's a lot harder work than I thought it was. But the other thing that I've realized is that I can be creative about planning ahead and being ready, so that way when things start to happen in my life, I've already prepared for it.
What is one piece of advice you would give someone who doesn't know how to get involved into organizations?
Go to one thing a week. I tell this to everybody, and I said it earlier. I see a lot of people who they will go to their classes, and then they'll go to their rooms, and then they'll call it a day, and they'll do their schoolwork. And I think that's great. But if you were to just be in your room or do your homework, there's no reason for you to go to college. You would go to some online school. And I think online school is great. But the reason you come to a place like Capital is to be with the people, is to be with the community. So at the very least, go to one thing a week. It can be random. There's times when I've stopped by the Denby Bowman Center in the Student Union, and there is a pizza night happening, or Solo will have a Lottes event where it's like street corn and sweet drinks. It's incredible.
All right. Thank you for coming, and thank you for answering all the questions that we have.
I appreciate it.
Up next, we are going to take a short break, but first, did you know that we actually have a large piece of the Berlin Wall on campus? Go check it out right outside of the Blackmore Library.
From the moment you walk through our doors, we want you to know that you are not alone. We at Central Community House have been here for the community since 1936 and have provided a place of safety and support. Our mission is to bring out the full potential of our community and to aid in the development of everyone's skills and talents. There's something for all ages at the Central Community House, from our transit arts youth programs to community-wide events. We believe that every person has potential and deserves to have every opportunity possible to live a full and meaningful life. So join us in empowering our friends, our families, our brothers and sisters to reach their fullest potential. We are Central Community House.
My name is John Lambert, and the name of the company is Alpha Protection Systems. And so we are in the business of installing alarm systems, camera systems, and recently we began to do more computer repair and servicing. So we've been around for a number of years.
Hi, my name is Prophet, and I'm an apprentice at Alpha Protection. It wasn't like really a lot of options. I was just out of high school, and I was trying to figure out where to go to. So they got me into computers there, and then I figured out I really liked this. So I should like start really studying more and getting into the computer field. So then I remembered that this man's shop was like literally right around from my house, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a local shop right here. So I started like going in, asking questions, seeing exactly how much I knew versus how much I needed to know. And eventually I was just like immersed not only by the shop, by the information, but by the fact that like it also had culture. Then I've just been coming back for more and more and more and more and more. It's been awesome.
Welcome back to CapTV. Thank you guys for sticking around. We have one last segment for tonight's show. We have a couple of students here to share their college experience. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Zoriana. I am a sophomore and a art therapy and psych major.
My name is Cass. I'm a senior and I am a film and media production major.
So, what made you both choose Capital? We'll start off with.
I chose Capital because it's a small school and I'm used to a small school and I liked how everyone is very inclusive.
So I'm actually a transfer student, and there were things I really liked about my old school and things that I didn't, and I knew I wanted an urban location, so I was really drawn to this being so close to Columbus. But I really liked how friendly the atmosphere was when I toured it, so that was big for me.
What was the first day? What was the first day like for you guys? Were you excited, nervous, or a little bit of both?
I was very nervous at first. It was a big switch in environment, but it grew on me quickly. It was a lot of adjustment, but I met some cool people and I really enjoy it now.
Right. I think starting as a transfer, it is kind of intimidating because you don't have like that freshman year experience with everyone else. But, you know, education is an exciting thing, so it was exciting too.
I know that you're not a freshman, you're a sophomore, but could you reflect on your first year of your school year and tell us what is the one thing that surprised about you for college?
It was a lot of going to class and then going back to my room, and I struggled getting out there, and it took, I would say, the good first semester for me to start getting familiar with people and doing things. But it also pushed me out of my comfort zone often, and I did things that I never thought I would do, and I think that's something that surprised me.
Cass, what is something that you learned throughout your 4 years of Capital?
This is more of an academic lesson, but I would say do not procrastinate. That was a really hard thing for me at first when I started college, but you really need to make sure to get those assignments done because they really pile up on you otherwise. So, stay focused.
Zoriana, what is your goal you have for your time in school?
That's a good question. My goal is I just want to be okay in my future. Like, I want to be able to get a house. I want to be able to do things and not, I guess, not be able to have those opportunities. And I feel like I can do that if I get my career here and a good education.
Cass, what is one memory from your time here that you won't forget?
So over my time here, I've been able to be a DJ on our on-campus radio station. This is my third time doing that, and that's been really, really cool to sort of delve into music and really focus on that and talk about that in a sort of professional environment. So definitely campus radio has been so much fun, and I recommend that to anyone who's curious about it.
Nice. Zoriana, what has been the most fun experience that you've had so far on campus?
Schaff Lobby, I would say, actually. That sounds odd. But there would be a group of us that would sit and just like watch horror movies until 1 a.m, even on a school night. And instead of like screaming or being scared of it, we would make it a comedy, which made it really, really fun. And I would say that would be my answer.
Cass, what is one piece of advice you should give to your first year students?
I guess I would say don't give up, because I think it seems like a really scary thing, but you just have to keep at it. So, yeah, stick with it.
All right. What is your like go-to like activity to do on campus?
So I'm the vice president of our film club here on campus, and that's been really cool to sort of build it back up because it sort of fell off for a little bit. And it's really nice to have a community where everyone just appreciates film and we can gather, we can talk about things, and we do screenings, we have pizza, so it's a lot of fun.
Zorian, you want to say something?
Go explore Bexley. Like, it's a really fun little strip and there's quite a lot to do, so I would say definitely.
And the houses are so beautiful.
They are.
Walk the
Oh my
neighborhoods.
gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for answering our questions. And thank you guys for watching this first ever episode of CapTV. And I think this was a great way to start off the year. And we will see you guys next week.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. No Hall Sports. It saves lives.